大家好. It is a great pleasure to be here to welcome you to the 10th annual Drucker Forum in China. I am speaking from Claremont, California, the home of the Drucker Institute, which is a good friend and strong supporter of the Drucker Academy in China. The conference that the Drucker Academy in China has developed today is really an interesting topic. How do you combine deep wisdom, technology, and effectiveness in the managerial class? This is a subject matter which needs to be addressed not only in China, but throughout the entire world. And so for those of you who are participating from outside of China, do not think that this topic does not affect you, because it does. So when we think about these three topics and how they are interwoven, we really have to start by thinking, where does wisdom play in this subject matter? And one of the questions that Michael Wang asked me in connection with my introduction was, how did Peter Drucker develop his wisdom about management? Because as many of you know, and as many of you may not know, Peter Drucker never managed anything. He didn't manage a business, he didn't manage a nonprofit organization, and some will even say he really didn't manage his family. And actually that was left to our mother, Doris Drucker. So the question is, where did he learn this wisdom? And although of course I really don't know, because I was really a child when he was developing his intellectual base, and then I left and went off and started my own life. But throughout all the years that I had a relationship with my parents, the one thing that I always remember is the incredible number of books on very, very diverse topics that were in the house. There were books on science, there were books on technology, there was books on medieval history, there were books on Islamic art, and my parents, both of them, had this broad and deep interest intellectually in many of these topics. And my father, I think, brought to bear, in terms of his management wisdom, that knowledge that he gained from this vast, wide subject matter that he studied throughout his life. Many of you probably have read somewhere that at one time Peter Drucker said, every 5 years you should learn a new subject matter, because that will keep you intellectually stimulated. And as some of you know, I did try about 5 years ago to learn Mandarin, but that was really, really frustrating, so difficult. So I encourage those of you who just go home and drop in front of your TV or in front of your Xbox or whatever, pick a topic that really interests you, that's going to stretch your imagination, challenge your intellect, and dive in, even though you know nothing, because that will add to your ability to be a wise and deep thinker. So as we all sit here today, and I think this is a 12 or 24-hour day opportunity, I hope that many of you will spend as much time as possible here, and you tell your bosses that you're being very effective, okay? So as you sit here and think about this, I also hope that you will get great insight into how your work can be more productive and more effective. And I know from my experience of participating in these forums in prior years, I have walked away really with a wealth of new information and insights into how people and organizations can work more effectively. And I really wish for all of you that this is a fascinating experience, and that you will revisit these opportunities to look at these videos again at later dates and think about how you can continue to incorporate the things you've learned in your work life, and hopefully we'll see each other again next year. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.